Bring the meeting to order. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. And as always, we will be recording the council meeting in its entirety, and we'll post that to the city YouTube page, uncut. Can we have a roll call, please?
Eden.
Here.
Wong.
Here.
Skatulski.
Here.
Osluper.
Here.
Wakeman.
Here.
Mayor Gordon.
Here.
Harry is absent excused.
Thank you very much. Do I have approval of the minutes for September 11th and approval of the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of September 11th, 2025, along with approval of the agenda, along with consent agenda items A through B as presented and waive the reading.
Support.
We have a motion, we have support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Moving on to the bills and warrants. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve bills of warrant number 14239 paid in the amount of $25,504.84, along with bills of warrant number 14240 unpaid in the amount of $6,125.12 as presented and waive the reading.
Support.
Motion, we have support. Any questions or discussion? We'll go to a roll call vote.
A light month,
Yes.
comparatively.
Wong.
Yes.
Skatulski.
Yes.
Osluper.
Yes.
Wakeman.
Yes.
Eden.
Yes.
Mayor Gordon.
Yes. Thank you very much. Motion carried. We don't have any presentations tonight. I'll move on to the mayor's report, which actually covers some of the things in old business, not all of them, but I'll cover some of that right here. First, I want to thank Charlie for his hard work, working with our city website, putting all the ordinances in order, making them easy to find on the website under titles and things. If you go on the city website under the ordinance, you'll see the improvement there. Appreciate that, Charlie. The lighthouse improvement plan is continuing with quotes. We've had contractors in there looking. Two of them actually gave us quotes on the wall covering using they call it a double pressed porcelain on there. Both of them had that same recommendation, said that's the way we should go with it, about 6 feet high around there. They took their measurements. We're waiting on the quotes. I haven't received either one of them yet. We do have the quote, of course, for the floor and for the stall dividers, and we're waiting on some quotes for plumbing work there too also. So it is progressing. We'll have to wait till probably winter time to do it and be first of next year, because we will have to shut the restrooms down so that each contractor can get in. They're all working around each other, ripping everything out, and each one puts their piece in order to build it back up again. The Allen Cove Bridge inspection is complete. It received a good rating from Wade Trim. They do a great job with that. It's a biannual inspection. It is required by MDOT. We do need to do some maintenance work to it, some minor sinkhole filling, and some repairs at the mouth of the bridge opening. I don't have those quotes yet.
Is that still on the south side like last time, or is it?
It's
the north
mostly
side?
on the south side. He said he can see a little bit more at the mouth down there at the opening that they can patch up, and that will help. It's easier now with the lower water level. And there's a small spot on the north side that they're going to work on too. As recommended by Wade Trim, and its Mid-American Group is looking at it. It's kind of a maintenance thing that we run into It's kind of inherent to the design of the bridge. As it ages, we get little cracks, and as water gets in there, it does wash some places out. It's a fairly easy fix. It's easier than replacing the bridge, but we'll keep it in good shape if we keep up on the maintenance. And that does come out of our Act 51 funding. Going through the process of hiring a city administrator, what I think the next step forward would be was have a committee to lay out the roles and responsibilities that we're looking for, working with the city, the clerk and the treasurer and the mayor in the office, finding out what we need, what skills we need, how much we can afford, what our budgeting amount will be, because we didn't budget for it yet, but we need to. I would like to appoint a subcommittee to work on that and come back to council with recommendations and really narrow down exactly what we're looking for and what the purpose of the city administrator is. The charter gives us really broad reach on there. It gives us the ability to hire offices like that as needed. And it doesn't give us any restrictions on it. We can do what best serves the needs of the council, or of the city and of the residents. So I think the best way to do is lay down our priorities, put out our, post the opening, and move from there.
I'll volunteer for that committee.
Okay. Maybe one more from council?
Sure, I'll do it.
Dewey? Okay, thank you very much. You got that in the notes, Charlie? Thank you for stepping up. I really support that. It's an immense job. I believe I'm the only mayor in recent history who's never had a city administrator. It would really be a load off.
Who was the last one?
The last one we had was Charlie Londo. I don't know if anybody was on council.
So that'd be 2 mayors then.
Yes, he was there for the start of Mayor Davidson's term, and then everything fell apart with consumers, our funding,
Budget-wise.
budget-wise. It was hard to do, but there's no way we could survive like that. He really contributed. He helped us get a budget in order, our processes in order. Did a fantastic job, but we just couldn't afford. We had to do something. We're recovering now. I'm looking forward. I think it would be a great move. I'm proud to announce for the 3rd year in a row, Michigan's Best Hotspot Award from Lake Erie Living Magazine goes to Luna Pier. We have something to be proud of there. We got our little tiny line in this magazine inside. We didn't make the cover this time, but we have been on the cover of this magazine, our lighthouse. So it's something to be proud of. We really do have a jewel here. This always helps in making people aware of what we have here, so we can really look forward to continued growth. Even though we don't advertise or things and tell people to come here, they are discovering it, which is a good thing.
Do we know their subscriber base count?
What's that?
Do we know their subscriber base count?
I don't know that. I can look it up. Oh, is it in here?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Maybe some of this effort is to increase that subscriber base, but we'll take the award anyway. That's all I have. Any questions on it from anybody? Moving on to department reports. We had the police report was in there, a building report. Any questions on any of the reports? Committee reports, DEA, was it? Oh, okay. If you want to read the blight report, there was a lot of action on dealing with blight in the city. That's on the back table if you'd like to see that. Or if you'd like a copy of it, come into the city hall. we will have that for you. I will say we've made some progress with a couple of houses that have been long-term problems. Probably going back, one of them going back decades, one going back at least 10 years. And the location of those, right on First Street and Second Street as you drive into the city, those are getting extensive work, extensive remodeling from someone who has a history of doing excellent work and refurbishing houses in Luna Pier. I'm really excited about that. I've seen the concept of what it's going to look like. When it's done, it looks really good. It's actually a really nice house, but it was run down, and it'll be good to see it built back up again. DDA, there's some exciting things about DDA. You want to share?
Yeah,
Louis?
sure, absolutely. So first off, we did go through the approval of the August meeting minutes. Secondly, we spoke intensively about the streetlight update project and what those costs look like, as well as where the priority spaces are within that zone. We went through a revamp of our bylaws, and that was addressed not this previous meeting, but the meeting prior to that. And we have a MDA membership renewal as well. We've renewed our membership with the Michigan Downtown Association for the year. On that same vein, the MDA conference is coming up here November 5th through the 7th. Myself and Connie Cole attended last year, and I felt it was incredibly useful for us. We were going to extend notice to the planning commission and see if the planning commissioners would send a liaison there as well. I felt like a lot of the city planning, city development portions of that were very useful during the conference last year. So with all hope, hopefully a planning commissioner will come join us, but right now we're looking at 2 to 3 attendees, just various days.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, that's a conference where cities love to share projects that really worked well, and they share how they funded them, the planning process, they answer questions. It's how cities work together. Even though we're all competing for the same money, everybody is very open to sharing their secret, their processes they went through, their challenges, how they overcame things, and tools that they have to seek the financing for this. Yeah.
Question about the street lighting. Has there been, or has there been any discussion on the actual nameplates that are actually on the existing light posts?
We did discuss it briefly, as well as some of the history behind the nameplates there. We haven't come up with any sort of concrete plan for those nameplates at this time.
We did talk about putting them on a plaque, I think, and maybe putting it in the lighthouse.
We spoke about the lighthouse, and I think we talked about the municipal building as a possibility there as
We could take all those
well.
plaques and put them on like a single board.
Yes, for reference, there are plaques on some of the light poles where people donated money and got a commemorative plaque. They've reached the end of their useful life, and now we still appreciate what they did for us over the 20-plus years that they stood there. So we'd still like to recognize them.
Thank you, Connie.
Yep. And there will be some spraying going on. It was supposed to be this past week. The rain, the weather did not cooperate, so that will be rescheduled. Correct, Connie? Do we have a date yet, or?
It'll be October 1st.
October 1st. Okay, the spraying of the weeds inside the pier area, there's a second
This is the
application.
second treatment.
Second treatment coming up, and it was supposed to be this past week, but that's the day we had torrential rains that didn't work out.
When is cleanup and removal of them scheduled?
We'll play that, watch what happens there, and when they're done, then we'll schedule that. But we have to wait, make sure the treatment's working and everything, and then we'll go in and working on ways with the DPW how much we can take out mechanically, and
Okay.
that's our next step.
That was my next question, is who was going to be doing it?
Yep.
One final item was that the update of the sidewalk. Thank you.
It's the
Yeah.
Understood. Yep. One final update was that the sidewalks upgrade, we're still obtaining quotes and looking at what that looks like to implement that. Current state, we're still looking at some contractors to see what pricing differentials there would be to upgrade the sidewalk space over there and make it more walkable.
Yep. We have 2 contractors looking at it, and we don't quite have a quote from either one of them yet, but that's how it goes in this.
Yeah, goal is November 1st, is overturned.
Yep, the chair is built, ready to, we just need,
Just need the concrete.
yep, a pad to mount it. We did not have a flood meeting this past month, but we are working the flood committee. We do need some extra members. We have some seats. I will remind everybody that the flood and erosion committee is responsible for our flood control systems. Sometimes people think it's only the people on the lakefront that have to worry about flooding. It's actually the opposite. The lakefront houses are some of the highest elevations in the city. They often are spared the flooding. The water runs past them, over their lawns, on their foundations, but the low-lying areas are the other side of Harold Drive, away from the lake. And especially Lakewood is probably the lowest elevation in the city. If we did have a flood, if our dike system failed, the entire city would flood. So it's important for everybody to have a say in how we maintain our dike system. And we welcome your help in doing that. The Parks and Rec, I think they're changing the meeting to September 9th, or no, the meeting minutes, that's right. Diana?
Nothing really new. We are waiting on our permanent pickleball nets. The wrong item was ordered, so we had to reorder. And we've got volunteers to put them up when they do arrive. And we're just continuing progress on improving the parks, and trees are going to be ordered, correct, Mayor? For the tree
Yes.
grant? So, yeah.
Courts look great.
I'd like to add to 7th Street Park, looks great. So
It does.
The Mahalskis have been doing a great job of resurfacing that space over there.
Yes, and we really appreciate all the work that people put in to our parks. It's truly a labor of love, and we're really proud of our city and the people that put in work. Planning.
Planning
Any-
Commission, we have the garage sale ordinance all in order. It will be, Megan is finalizing a few things, and then she will be submitting it to come in front of council. We do have a request for a public hearing from Bose. They requested the 14th. We are not available to have that meeting, so we are asking them to meet us on October 21st for their special use license.
Correct, and they did agree to that date. I did see
Okay,
that email.
thank you.
Yep. So October 21st, it's a,
Public hearing here at Water Tower Park.
yep,
at
for their
6
site
o'clock.
plan review is what it is. They submitted their site plan review. That, by law, requires a public hearing, and they will have everything in order and show how they meet all of the special use requirements for that facility. Moving on to old business, I covered the lighthouse upgrades. Blight ordinance, I've been talking with our lawyer. He did schedule next meeting, October 9th, council meeting. He will be here to explain the blight ordinance. He's been ordered by the court to respond to the Monroe County Commissioner case that they have going right now over one of their members. He is the trial attorney for that. That has really gotten in the way of everything, and he is literally working day and night on that. He did say that he will be here in attendance next October 9th to go over that blight ordinance with us.
You said what day?
October 9th, the next council meeting.
Okay.
He will be here to explain it in person. The Library Foundation went over and looked at it, and the foundation's actually in very good shape, except for 5 blocks that are severely deteriorated. And I don't know what caused that. Structurally, it's fine. Structurally, it's not, nothing's going to fall in or anything, and the bulk of the foundation's in very good shape. So I contacted an individual, a contractor that does that kind of work. I left a message. I didn't get back with him yet. I know he does a lot of work in the area, but I will keep pursuing that and get that spot patched up. Probably do some caulking around the rest of the building, but the rest of it's in very good shape. I don't know why that one area, the bricks are just deteriorated severely. I can show you photos of it, but it's really a bizarre case there. We're working with them on the bathroom to figure out what is, having a hard time really looking at what's going on there with the bathroom plumbing, but we're working on that also. Recreational vehicle ordinance. This is kind of I believe that's a mini bike ordinance. I'm going to make some enemies here, but I'm really not in favor of going that direction, because it really is, in my opinion, a property rights thing. It's a very, very limited problem. I think it may have solved itself already, because I haven't seen any mini bikes out in the one property. There are a couple other properties where people could operate mini bikes without bothering anybody. And if we pass an ordinance, we're limiting how they can use their property. There's one property north here that's 9 acres away from any neighbors, and I think you're infringing on property rights there. We can move forward if council wants to go that way. I think we are asking for more problems if we do. I'm more worried about mini bikes on the streets, and that is a problem in many cities. It's a growing problem. I would rather strategize to control that rather than people using them on their own property. The new chairman for the Blight Committee, we do have one opening, and I'll leave it to the committee to select a chairman for that. Next week would probably be a good time to do that, or next council meeting, probably a good time to do that, and reorganize that committee and look at the blight ordinance that will be up for council action at the next meeting. And I touched on the city administrator position there also. I think we've covered that well enough. Any questions on any of the old business items?
When you talk about the mini bikes, is it just mini bikes, or is it going to be all vehicles? Because we have 4-wheelers, we have mini bikes, we have Harleys, we have, how is that gonna stop it being?
That's where it gets problematic, and really, to be honest with you. How do you, is somebody not allowed to ride their?
Because somebody tells me I can't ride my Harley into my yard, I'm gonna get really ugly.
Harleys are licensed road vehicles, not
What some of the mini
recreational
bikes are,
vehicles.
too, like dirt bikes and stuff like that. I see 'em on the road all the time, kids driving them to work.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going with this. I don't understand, I guess.
It's an easy separation. It really is.
We can discuss that further.
Thank you.
Lighthouse, moving on to new business, the budget amendments. Do you want to explain, Charlie, exactly? It's pretty cut and
It's
dry.
very similar to the budget amendments that I brought forth about a month ago. We received escrow funding, and I just want to make sure we can pay out accordingly.
Yes, and there are more fees, because of the extended work, there's more fees coming in. We just have to document that revenue source and then how we spend it. The McKenna proposal, we did post that. McKenna and Donovan especially worked with us to obtain that grant. It is totally funded by the MISHDA grant. The contract that they have before us, we did solicit bids through an RFP posted on our website. The posting area term expired, and they submitted what I think is a very good proposal. I'm recommending them so far. Donovan especially has been very good to work with. He's done this before. He's very well qualified when you read his qualifications. And it's all paid for by the grant that he worked really hard to get for us. I've been talking with Ray Rombowski, a Luna Pier resident, very excited about joining our planning commission. I think her qualifications are very good. You actually have her resume. When we were looking for a treasurer, she was one of the top candidates. After we decided to hire somebody else, she said, I understand that fully, but please keep it in mind if you have any openings on boards or commissions. She'd like to serve in Luna Pier. So I contacted her, and she is excited about joining the Planning Commission, and I am nominating her for that position, subject to council approval. That's all I have. Any questions? Moving on to public input. The floor is yours. You have each person 5 minutes to speak, and we'd love to hear from you. Dr. Kojo.
Yes, good evening, and thank you, Mayor Gardner, council members, for having me. My name is Kojo, and I'm the president of our Monroe County Community College, the only one in the county. And I think you may have heard that we have a millage renewal, which is not a new millage, it's a zero increase coming up this November. It's become an increasingly partisan issue for some strange reason. It's not political, it's educational. However, it's become increasingly partisan for some strange reason. I heard about Luna Pier and the fact that that's a point of pride for you in terms of how well regarded this city is in that magazine. You think about our college, and I use that term collectively, college, and we are in the top 9% of all community colleges in the nation. Our nursing program among community colleges in the state is consistently number one. Our respiratory therapy program is number one. When you look at the number of students that we have on Pell Grants, which is the low-income students, our completion rates have increased by 11% over the last 3 years. For our regular students, the completion rate has gone up by 9%. So that's good work that's being done here at our community college, and we should all be proud of that. And this millage is simply a renewal. And when you think about this millage, which is on a local level, there are some challenges that we're facing nationally. The Big Beautiful Bill has endangered some of the programs that we have, and that's not been settled yet. There's still a danger of the federal government shutting down if they don't have an agreement by September 30th. The same at the state level. So we could have a state shutdown, Lansing could shut down, and the federal government could also shut down all at the same time. That endangers our funding as an institution. And then we have this millage issue. The millage is a replacement, a renewal for replacement and maintenance on our campus. It's not for operations. And so, in the past, you've supported us. I've come here before on more than one occasion to thank you for your support, and I hope you will support our millage this time around as it comes up on November 4th. So, that's why I'm here. I heard pickleball mentioned. Who plays pickleball in here? Who doesn't, right? You play?
Not right now, but yes.
Yeah. So we have pickleball classes on campus, and our instructor told me last semester that on his Wednesday morning classes, there were 60 people on the waiting list.
I have taken that class.
Oh, you have? 60 people on the waiting list. So pickleball, very popular. That's one of the benefits we provide. Mayor, you're an avid cyclist.
Yep.
We have the Loop Trail now that's going through our campus and on through to Munson Park in Monroe. And so good things are happening. You may have heard about Siena Heights University. They're closing, after 106 years, they're closing next year. They have a location on our campus, and unfortunately, that will be closed, but we're there for the students. Our transfer in students has gone up by 24%. More students are transferring in. Our first-time freshmen, up 19%. Overall, enrollment is up 8%. There are good things happening at our community college. And all we're asking is we're asking for a simple renewal. And it's not it shouldn't be a partisan issue, but it has become that. And we hope you will support the millage as residents of our esteemed county. So that's all I have. Thank you for the opportunity, and we'll see you around.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, this is my bodyguard.
Peter?
That's Peter Kumar is our Dean of Technology on campus.
Nice.
I have worked with Mayor Gardner on the EV show that we have every year. So
Yeah,
we're going
electric
into,
vehicles.
5 years, electric vehicle, hybrid vehicle, education, adoption of vehicles and things like that.
And I'll leave a couple of these around. It's not a new millage, not a new tax. I'll leave a couple of these for you. But
Thank you.
for the
Thank you.
opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we'll see you. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you very much. The floor is open. This is your time to tell us what you think, good or bad. You can't fix problems if you don't know what they are, so this is your chance. Thank you, Connie.
Connie Cole, Lakeside Drive. The city administrator, I'd be willing to help with that subcommittee if you're interested in my help. And then just maybe a question or clarification on this ordinance update. To me, I think I've looked at the request for quote, I can't remember, but it just seemed like it was kind of vague to me that I didn't necessarily, it talks about affordable housing, it talks about ordinance update, and yet to me it's kind of unclear as to whether or not it's strictly focused on just the zoning related ordinances or it's more than that.
It's going through our zoning ordinance primarily, where it refers to housing. We know that there are barriers to housing. The state recognizes that affordable housing is a problem. We are trying to bring jobs to the state, and we can bring jobs to the state. However, we're lacking in good housing for workers that will fill those jobs. It's part of a bigger economic picture, economic development picture. What they found was there are some outdated practices in a lot of the zoning ordinances throughout the state. And what they will do is go through, and it goes through all of the processes of updating a zoning ordinance. They don't just go through and tell us this is what they're going to do. It still has to go through the same process outlined by the Zoning Enabling Act. But look for things that may be a hindrance. Accessory dwellings may be one of them. Some cities prohibit that. We've had some in the city, and then we zoned some of them out. They just go over and look for things, and there are best practices listed by the state that they want you to go through and examine and compare your zoning ordinance.
So then it isn't necessarily directly related to the master plan update. Because I don't recall that there was a lot of discussion during master plan revision around affordable housing.
It naturally follows the master plan, and it just so happens that there's funding out there, and our housing, that is a problem throughout the state. So it kind of goes in there, even though if we didn't identify it specifically in our master plan, it still follows opening up your master plan. And our attorney advised us, when you do changes to the master plan, do everything, do as much as you can, as much as you plan on doing that. So some other practices or things that we want to change for our master plan can go on concurrently with this, and
Okay.
get it all through on one process rather than separate public meetings and all of the cost and
Okay,
legal
thank you.
requirements for that. Good question. Anybody else? The floor is open. If not, we thank you, and we are available later if you have any questions. Moving on to council action, we'll close the community input section, move on to council action. The item A, the budget amendments. Do I have a motion?
I propose a motion to approve the budget amendment as presented, waiving the reading.
Support.
We have a motion, we have support. Any questions or discussion? We'll do a roll call vote.
Osluper,
Yes.
Skatulski,
Yes.
Wong,
Yes.
Eden,
Yes.
Wakeman,
Yes.
Mayor Gardner.
Yes. Thank you very much. Motion carried. McKenna proposal?
I'll make a motion to approve accepting the McKenna proposal in the amount of $45,000 to update the City of Luna Pier's zoning ordinance to meet the objective of the Housing Development Fund grant agreement as presented, and waive the reading.
Support.
We have a motion, we have support. Any discussion?
I do have a question.
Yes.
So being that the only parts that are going to be updated are those parts that pertain to housing, I mean, what is our plan for the rest of it that's not getting updated so that we can bring everything to this level? Because, I mean, the things that they talk about here in their quote and streamlining things and making things easily accessible and hyperlinks and easy to understand, it would be nice to have all of our ordinance look that way and match instead of just having a specific portion of it.
I believe that would go hand in hand. We have to, the grant specifies that
You can only spend the
this
money
goes
on
towards
specific things.
housing, but
Is there
You-
plans in play to get the rest of it covered through other grants or other sources though?
I'll just add to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's always the intent, that we want to do that. The money and the resources and the experience and expertise that it takes to get that done. You're seeing it right here, 45 grand to just get this little piece done here.
Right,
So
right.
our intent is definitely to do all of that. How we fund it is another thing.
Okay.
yes, there naturally will be residual benefits, but we have to be careful to say, our primary goal is to focus on housing. And
Okay.
of course, there will be residual benefits and changes that may run concurrently, but their focus is the MISTA part of that.
Right, right.
Good question. Any other questions or discussion? We'll go to a roll call vote.
Eden,
Yes.
Osluper,
Yes.
Skatulski,
Yes.
Wong,
Yes.
Wakeman,
Yes.
Mayor Gardner.
Yes. Thank you very much. Motion carried. Planning Commission appointment. I am nominating Ray Rimbowski to the Planning Commission, for a 2-year term, subject to council.
I'll make a motion to approve the appointment of Ray Rimbowski to the Planning Commission for a term of 2 years, expiring January 15th of '27, per Mayor Gardner's nomination.
Support.
We have a motion, we have support. Any discussion? We'll do a roll call vote.
Wong,
Yes.
Wakeman,
Yes.
Eden,
Yes.
Skatulski,
Yes.
Osluper,
Yes.
Mayor Gardner.
Yes. Thank you very much. That concludes our council action portion of the meeting. Moving on to council input. I think we'll start on this side. Councilor Wong?
Just reiterating, the MDA conference piece, I would like to see some participation from some other committees and groups. I think it would be incredibly beneficial. Obviously, myself and my fellow commissioners from the DDA will bring some information back and some lessons learned as well. That's all I have.
Thank you.
I'm good.
Councilor
No, I think I would like to say it's nice to see some new faces here, though. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you. We really do appreciate that.
All set.
Good?
I'm all set.
Okay, thank you very much. I will expound on what Councilor Wong said. It's really refreshing to go to these meetings where we have elected officials, city employees, planners, directors of all different political parties getting together. And when you see how much we actually like each other, how much we help each other, it's refreshing. You don't see that very often. In these conferences, we actually do like each other. We don't get into these big divisions and debates because they don't really affect us. We are there to provide for our communities, and it's always good to see politicians working together and not arguing and just enjoying each other's company. It does happen. Correspondence, we have our prestigious Lake Erie Living Best of Lake Erie Award. General information, the ordinance table of contents. Look that up on our website. It's very good. And the resolution list. I don't think that's on our website, but we do have a list of resolutions. These things tend to get passed. Leaders come and go over the years, and they get lost. So it's good to have these resolutions to reference for things, so we're not doing redundant things, and we know why we do what we do. There's always a reason for it. Sometimes we don't know that reason. Now we do. Future meeting dates, Parks and Recreation, Tuesday, October 14th. 2025, 7 p.m. at the library. Flood and Erosion, Tuesday, October 21st, 7 p.m. at Water Tower Park. Planning, Tuesday, October 28th, although I think we have a...
And as well as the 21st, that's,
Yep.
yeah, for the public.
Yes, there will a public hearing on October 21st.
6 o'clock here at Water Tower Park.
Yep, very good, thank you very much. And then 28th, the
Our
regular
regular
meeting. And DDA, it's the same day, October 28th, 7 p.m. at the Luna Pier Lighthouse. City Council, Thursday, October 9th at 7 p.m. here at Water Tower Park with our attorney present.
Oh, real quick. We are still looking for somebody, contact Joy Ferry. We're looking for somebody still for the Freedom Festival Committee. So if you want to step up, please contact Joy Ferry as soon as possible. Time is ticking. It does take a lot of time
Yes.
to get everything organized. She is not here tonight, so I'm speaking.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm glad for that
Do we have a
reminder.
date?
For which,
For like if we do Freedom Fest, is there a date?
we
It's
have to
It's
looking
always
like-
the Saturday before the 4th of July.
Okay.
It's looking at,
Because Joyce
June
said we needed
27th,
to get
which
that
is a
date
Saturday.
confirmed.
The 4th falls on a Saturday.
Right.
It is very difficult to get fireworks on the 4th. It's more expensive,
usually do it.
and the good companies get booked.
I know, she just said
Years
we
ahead
had
of
to
time.
determine what.
So 27th is looking like the day we're going to do it. It's, we will put that in stone, and we will get a confirmation when we have a committee together, but we do need help. And then we have rules for everybody per your ability to commit time. We don't want to bury anybody with this. We have some good people that will advise on it. It's doable. We need your help though.
Did anybody mention trunk or treat as a date? October
No.
15th?
Yeah.
The 15th.
Yep.
Yep, it's not actually a city event, but we'll all
But
be
everybody
there,
in the city will
and
be
it's
there.
very good.
Yeah.
We want everybody to be there. And we, at the Pier Plaza, we're glad that they do that and open that space up to us. With that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Motion support? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none? Meeting adjourned. Thank you very much.